Alright, this next comic, I don't know if he hit anybody with sledgehammers, but he's sure to be a hit with you guys. Give it up for Zach Hunt!
Thank you, Derek. Yeah, I'm 35 and single, so I think the idea of me having bad relationships is pretty much unanimously no shit. So I'll talk about a bad relationship I've had with something that we all experience. The English language. Like, there's a lot of fucking words that when I hear them, I'm like, they're kind of weird. They don't really make sense when you put thought into them, and they're used to a degree that it's like, why the fuck are we doing this? Like hate crime. We hear hate crime all the fucking time, right? And like, that just means that a person hates a particular group, gender, sex, whatever. But folks, have you ever seen a crime that's committed in anything out of fear, anger, or hate? Does anybody ever passionately rob? It's like, I don't really like stealing Cadillac converters. I kind of just do it for the thrill of the job. And drug abuse. We hear about that all the time. But how do you casually do drugs? Like heroin abuse. Like, oh, he abused heroin for 22 years. But Bob, he recently smoked crack for 23. An overdose. The word overdose insinuates that there is a dose of heroin you can do. And I'd like to know what it is so people quit overdosing. You know, it's like now, I can't remember what the fuck the insulin's called, but like they're pitching it as a weight loss drug. You know who that fucks? The people that are fucking needing the insulin. But maybe that incentivizes you to be a diabetic and get that fucking weight loss drug. Because that's about the only way you're gonna get prescribed. You wanna look like Kim K? You better get it out there and eat some fucking cakes. And you guys know, I based most of my relationships and expectations on love on Disney films. Growing up, I mean, we had to. Like every Disney movie had some kind of theme that would make you fall in love with them. But let's ask ourselves, where's Disney now? Do you guys know they bought Pornhub?
Oh my god.
So they're growing up with us. Find the movies that we want. And if you're still going to be a family business, you better go where the family's still coming together. By which I mean incest porn. Not insect, although they both have a lot of ants fucking in them. But it's kind of weird that like Disney would want to buy that because that just fuels the whole like conspiracy theory of, oh, Disney's run by pedophiles. No, pedophiles are busy trying to rebrand themselves into maps. Minor attracted people, people attracted minors. You know, it's the newest thing. Everybody's got to do a rebranding. It's like Pedo 2.0. But I'm okay with that name branding. Because now when you go to hunt them down, you can go on a fucking map quest. Something to really get the family together, you know? And since we're speaking of family, I'll end on this. You guys, my relationship with my grandma has always been like a great one. Like, she even texted me today to tell me she missed me, because we talk a lot. Because I can talk to her, I can't talk to my fucking mom. We're too much alike. Like, if both conversations were like a game night, like my mom would be Monopoly. Every point, there's gonna be a point where I'm like, fuck you, fuck your go to jail, fuck your boardwalk, go home. But my grandma, it's a strategic game of chess. Like when I was growing up, I'd be outside, like, Grandma, it's like so cold, we gotta wait for the bus. She'd say, Zachary, when I was a little girl, I had to walk 7 miles in the snow against the wind just to get to class. Okay, check, Grandma. Then you hit your teens, and you start bitching about more inconvenient shit. Like, Grandma, there is fucking nothing on TV. Like, I wanna watch TRL. What the fuck? She said, Zachary, when I was a little girl, we only had 3 channels. Fuck you again, Bonnie. But now I'm 35, and I think I got this bitch beat, right? So I come home one day, especially mad. I'm like, Grandma, you don't know what it's like to have to go through drug addiction, come out of that with your mental illness still not intact, all while dealing with the financial struggles you have. She said, Zachary, just relax. When I was a little girl, my dad molested me. Shit happens. Fucking checkmate, Grandma. But you know what? In that moment, I realized a big lesson. That woman's been through so much horrible shit, and she's still so sweet. So the key to happiness, guys, is really fucking simple. I just gotta convince my dad to molest me. He's probably gonna have the same reaction. Alright, thank you. That's my time.